We're still reviewing the front pages. Mariam was going to take a story
Yeah,
from
so
Punch.
President of Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, has announced plans to reduce the price of liquefied petroleum gas, also known as cooking gas. He promised to start direct sales of the product to consumers should existing distributors fail to allow the price crash in cooking gas. Operators in the sectors have disagreed with the plan, saying that the businessman was planning to monopolize the LPG sector. They kicked against the move on Monday, and dealers expressed fear of possible monopoly. So they said that it was doing
monopolize away.
We have 200.
He said that see, the price of cooking gas is expensive and not affordable for common people who depend on, and that's why they're depending on firewood for cooking or kerosene, and he really wants to change that. He said that the refinery now produces 22,000 tons of LPG daily and is ramping up production for distribution into the Nigerian market. So 2,000 tons per day is what he gets, and he believes that he's able to sell directly to us if the marketers are insisting on keeping that fixed unrealistic price.
That they peg on dollar.
So
now we are refining it here. When I was a child, they used to refine at our local refineries. Gas was cheaper. So I've been cooking with gas since I was 9. Look at my age now. And now they're saying, no, it's dollar. It has to be dollar rate. Remember all the experts
everything was pegged on
dollar.
Well, who made that currency? The almighty of all
currencies.
It's annoying.
Monopolize.
To our benefit.
Yeah, so I have a story here. In the wake of June 13, 2025, attack on the Yendi water community in Guma local government area of Benue State, neighboring Plateau and Nasarawa State, have joined forces with Benue to seek lasting solution to the persistent bloodshed in the region. The attack left over 200 people dead and scores injured with houses burned. So speaking in Makadi on Tuesday, the executive secretary of the Benue State Emergency Management Agency, James Iyopu, revealed that 107 victims of the Yelewata massacre were still receiving treatment in the hospitals across the state. He says that he is the permanent secretary in Benue State Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, and he says that the level of carnage was so unprecedented and underscored the urgency of regional collaboration to curb future attacks. So top officials from Nasarawa and Plateau states, led by their respective emergency management heads, were in Benue to condole with the people and chart a joint strategy to stop the movement of armed attackers across the borders. So speaking during the visit, he decried the incessant attacks on rural communities in the state, stating that the level of carnage in Yelewata by the armed marauders was so massive. He says so far, 107 survivors of the Yelewata attack are still receiving treatment at Benue State University Teaching Hospital, Makodi. Wow. You know, that attack that took about 200 lives. So I like the fact that they are coming together. You know, those states within those areas, they already know the sort of problem that they have together. They can pull forces together, come up with a local security outfit that can watch what is going on in the place.
Totally important. This is a bit of good news because usually Nigeria doesn't meet the OPEC. We rarely meet our OPEC quota. But the second time this year, Nigeria actually meets and even surpassed the OPEC quota. So we usually have this quota that the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries declared as what we should put out. And because of insecurity, because of bunkering, we tend to not be able to meet up with the production capacity. But we did in May, and now we also did in June. So they said that in June we even surpassed. We're supposed to produce 1.5 million barrels per day, but we were able to do 1.7 million barrels, which is really good news. I'm always quick to say, oh, this crude oil that you say we have, we're not even meeting our quota. Well, this time we did. So whatever the system is doing to show up our production is working. Moving on to Daily Sun, major headline, Buhari the end. Really sad. Uzodinma flags off 2 million AI trainees in Imo. Southwest doctors threaten strike over unfavorable allowances. Community violations. TikTok removed over 3.6 million videos in Nigeria. And local government elections. Lagos PDP rejects outcome of local government polls. Heads to tribunal. Labour Party, YPP, others demand result cancellation. Visa row. Federal government pledges diplomatic resolution with US, UAE. UK begins issuance of e-visa to Nigerians. Pakistan student workers. All right, so what story can we take?
Let me take the Southwest doctors. So Southwest Caucus of the Nigerian Medical Association, that's Osun, Oyo, Ekiti, Ogun, Ondo, at a news conference announced by their chairman, Dr. Adeshino Fashanu in Osogbo, that they'll be going on a 21 days working strike over unfavorable allowances. So the National Salaries, Income and Wages Commission had recently released what they consider increments, but the NMA is demanding that these are inconsequential adjustments in their alignments with the 2001, 2009, 2014 collective bargaining agreement, and that they also have outstanding full payments of 2025 medical residency training fund, and that compared with the economic realities of today, these allowances, these increments do not translate to an increment, that they are just, annoying. And they said that with the ratio of one doctor to 10,000 patients and 2,000 doctors currently leaving the country every year, they should do better. They should give them better allowances to ensure that they stay back and, work here and create better conditions as well. So I'm with the doctors. Before we be jackpotting for medical reasons.
I have a story from TikTok. They said that TikTok has removed over 3.6 million videos in Nigeria between January and March 2025 for violating its community guidelines. They said this is a 50% increase from the previous quarter. They said that community guidelines enforcement report. So this is based on the first quarter of the 2025 Community Guidelines Enforcement Report. It says that TikTok's priority is prioritizing fostering a safe, respectful, and empowering digital space for creators. They said that they had a 98.4% proactive detection rate. So this means that the content was identified and removed even before users reported it, and 92.1% of the flagged videos taken down within 24 hours. They said even though the volume may come across as being quite staggering, they said that TikTok emphasized that these videos make up only a tiny fraction of the total content posted by Nigerian users each quarter. The company also highlights the overwhelmingly positive and creative energy of Nigeria's TikTok community. And there's so many other things that they are trying to put in place. They had a summit, and one of TikTok's partnership with CC Yara, a Nigerian non-profit organization focused on child protection and youth support. And so part of the partnership with TikTok will be expanding its in-app helpline services to Nigerian users, providing expert resources on issues such as suicide prevention, self-harm, bullying, hate speech, and harassment. So in the coming weeks, Nigerian users, especially younger ones, will be able to access these local helpline services directly within the app. Fantastic. For me, that is really important news, because we have spoken a lot on this platform of how social media in so many forms has helped to push some of this bad and harmful behavior. So I'm happy that Nigerians were part of the conversations to improve social media usage in our country. So
you can call and report when someone is bullying you online. Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State has flagged off an 18-day artificial intelligence, that's AI training workshop, aimed at training 2 million Nigerians at the University of Agriculture and Environmental Services, Omuagwo. Declaring the workshop open, Uzodinma emphasized the importance of AI in economic growth, political development, and digital literacy. The governor also proposed the inclusion of AI in school curriculum. He said, as we embark on this AI training today, I urge all participants to be attentive throughout the duration. AI is important to economic growth, political development, and it will improve digital literacy. I want to appeal that at the end of this workshop, AI should be made a part of our curriculum and integrate every part of AI in curriculum and programs. We've seen the importance from food production and consumption. AI has what it takes to make it better. So the coordinator of the project, David Boyson, explained the importance of the workshop as well. It was tagged Train the Trainers. Just reminded me of nurturing the nurturers. And they said it was aimed at empowering participants with AI skills and knowledge. He also disclosed that the trainees will be empowered with cash, after the training. I don't know what the cash will be used for, but this is a good one as we are working towards...
You don't know what cash will be used for a whole year.
All right, moving on to the Nigerian Tribune. Major headline, the Patriots all-inclusive confab begins in Abuja. Delegates to discuss future of constitutional democracy plan to draft People's Constitution. In other news, Sea of Heads as Buhari's state funeral in Daura features full military honors. Tinubu, Shetima, Atiku, African leaders, governors, military leaders, ministers, family, others pay last respect. In other news, very sad one, gunmen kill 27, destroy farms, burn several houses in Plateau community. Visa overstay. Respect immigration regulations of host countries, federal government tells Nigerians. Dangote to wealthy Nigerians, invest in Nigeria. It reveals how he built $20 billion refinery. All right, which we can only take one or two. One.
Okay. A good story, I guess. So I'm saying is Dangote running for president because he has urged wealthy Nigerians to invest in Nigeria as it is the only way to build the nation. He said there's no two ways about it. Real growth and development cannot happen in a nation without significant investment. He criticized the tendency of African wealth being exported and stashed abroad, calling on the continent's entrepreneurs and affluent individuals to invest at home. And he said it's only through this commitment that we can drive true development. He says no nation develops without significant investment. He also said that there's hardly any country without corruption, but the difference between there and here is that in those other corrupt nations, they invest the stolen funds in their country and grow their economy rather than keeping it in foreign banks that will not in any way impact positively on the economy. And, you know, he talked about how a lot of this behavior, using, of course, his refinery as an example of, you know, he haven't done it and how it will provide, solve a lot of our socioeconomic challenges and provide jobs for the unemployed youth like he's doing. So he's speaking, you know how sometimes we talk and they say so he's walking the talk, right? That's what
example.
Yes. So that's what he's doing. Yeah. So
he's showing workings.
He has shown you that it can be done. He's done it, so you can as well.
Do it.
All right. That's all we can take on Front Page Review for today. We'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.